How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. Today we are looking at Algorand. Now, this is a cryptocurrency that has really done well over the last few days. Since we saw a drop a couple days ago where Bitcoin went from 52,000 down to about 43,000, a lot of cryptos haven't recovered. However, Algorand had quite a drop, just like a lot of other cryptocurrencies. It went from about $1.50 down to $1.08. And then it raged back up. It is at $2.34 right now, hitting a high of about $2.45. So this has done really well. It's actually been one of the top performers, actually outpacing Solana over the last couple days. And we are going to take a look at it here, talk about what it is and how much you need to own to make a lot of money in Algorand. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that I was really early on in this. I do not own any Algorand right now. I want to start buying some here soon. And the place that I will be buying it is Voyager. So if you guys want, there is a link underneath the video. There you can get up to 12% APR on a lot of different cryptocurrencies. Again, you can check out underneath the video. You get a bonus when you start trading on their platform of $25 worth of Bitcoin. So definitely check it out. Now, real quick, before we get into how to make a lot of money in Algorand and what it is and all that kind of stuff, I want to talk to you about something really important that is getting a lot of traction in the crypto space, which is play to earn games. Axie Infinity is one of the best examples of this. And you can see Google Trends, how many people are searching for Axie Infinity. Some people are literally quitting their jobs and going to play this game. And I want to explain why that is. Do you remember when you used to play video games? What happened was you would play a video game, you grind it out, especially maybe like an NFL game, like I played Madden Mobile, and I grinded. I sat on there and reloaded the marketplace all the time. I got deals on different cards. I played every single minute of every single day. I remember waking up at certain points of the night just to play. And then at the end of the season, I killed it. I crushed everyone. I had literally 10 times as much gold as most people in the game. And I had every single good card in the game. I had an overall 99 team. And then the end of the season happened. And then the next year they came out with a new game. My old game was pretty much useless. Well, now you can actually take those assets and you can sell them. You can sell them on a secondary market and make money. So I could have taken that money. I could have taken those players, sold them with a little bit of time left in the season, and then brought them over to the next game. I know that that is something that's going to be huge in the future, and NFT domains are going to make a huge difference. So instead of this long address where you have to copy and paste, especially in video games where a lot of the time you can't copy and paste in certain games, you can type something like a gamer tag with an NFT domain from Unstoppable Domains. So that's going to be huge. I could go with Sam, myfinancialfriend.x, and then I could put all my crypto, all my different assets there instead of this long tag. So if you guys want, you can check out Unstoppable Domains. They actually just made a big partnership with one of these companies, and you can check this article out. I really suggest it. I mean, again, Algorand is great, but I want you to take a look at this article because it is going to be really important. So from there, you can go over to Unstoppable Domains and you can take a look at some of the other blockchain domains. From there, you can buy a domain and you can start at $20. And there are no renewal fees. So definitely check it out underneath the video. I have a link to the article and a link to start buying domains. So thank you to Unstoppable for sponsoring this part of the video, and let's get back to Algorand. Now, Algorand, like I said, has been doing great things over the last couple of days in terms of price movement. What is it? Well, it is very similar to something like Ethereum, Cardano, Solana. Their core belief is the establishment of an open, public, and permissionless blockchain. So they are really focusing on building this blockchain very similar to what Ethereum, Solana, and these other competitors are doing. It's another Ethereum killer. And it actually came from an MIT professor. So that is why a lot of people have heard about it before. Now, what are the use cases? Hundreds of organizations from fintech, startups, financial services, institutions, and DeFi are already building on Algorand. So there are a lot of different uses for it. And actually, there's some big news out of El Salvador with infrastructure that we'll hit here in a little while. But NFTs and gaming are two of the biggest use cases, or two of the, I'd say, trendiest use cases here coming forward. Now, of course, we have stablecoins, identity, supply chain, all that stuff is great. But again, a lot of people are looking at gaming, a lot of people are looking at NFTs. So looking at their ecosystem now, they have a lot of partnerships. You can see different exchanges from from Coinbase to Binance US, FTX, a lot of partnerships that they've made in stablecoins too with USDC, Tether. A lot of different companies are using them, and they have a pretty robust ecosystem. They are actually carbon negative. So this is really the only cryptocurrency that I've heard of that is actually carbon negative, not carbon neutral. It's actually carbon negative, which is a selling point when you look at different countries adopting it and different businesses adopting it, maybe buying it down the road or using it down the road. And that has been the case recently because they actually are part of the new El Salvador deal. El Salvador is partnering with this company here to provide a wallet. Now, this company announced that they're going to use Algorand as a piece of core infrastructure, while a lot of people thought Cardano was actually going to be used. Now, how much of this do you actually need? Well, there's a circulating supply of 5.22 billion Algo out there. Now, they have a max supply of 10 billion. That will be unlocked throughout the coming years, and honestly, they do have a very high inflation rate. So we do have to take that into account when we're looking at some of these projections. So first of all, we can look at Algorand versus some of the other competitors. So Algorand is $2.38 in price. Market cap is $12.5 billion compared to their largest competitor, which is $417 billion, Ethereum. Cardano is about $82.5 billion, and Solana is about $60 billion. So we should, again, take into account the fact that Algorand's price is going to be much lower if it's staying at the same market cap because they are going to dilute. So the fully diluted price, instead of $2.38, it's actually $1.23, again, because they have almost double the supply out there years from now. Now, let's compare it to some of these other cryptocurrencies. So let's say it is as large as Solana. Well, Solana, the $60 billion market cap, would mean that Algorand would be about $5.84 fully diluted. ADA would be a little bit higher because they do have a higher market cap, $8.16. Ethereum, if it got up to the $417 billion market cap Ethereum has, it would be $41.28. Now let's say it hit a $100 billion market cap, that would be $9.90 on 1 trillion, which would be much larger than Ethereum, but who knows, 2030, maybe there's a $100 trillion market cap in crypto. Maybe Algorand can pick up 1 trillion of that. That'd be a $99 Algorand. Now, we're not going to use $99 for this example for how much Algorand you should have. We're going to use about $10. I think that is a good level to use because that would be about 1/4 the size of Ethereum now. That would be just a little bit larger than ADA is now, and we're talking 10 years in the future, so I think we could definitely get to that price in the future. Of course, we have to take some assumptions into play here. Again, I'm not trying to spread hopium or anything like that. I'm just looking at the prices, making an educated guess. Well, to have $100,000 in Algorand when it hits a $100 billion market cap, you need about 10,000 Algorand now, which is about $24,000. So I realize that that's not affordable to everyone. 10,000 Algorand, again, costs $24,000. I'm not sure everyone can flip that bill. So what if you take staking into account? Because this is a proof of stake blockchain. Well, with staking, you can actually get about 5.5% a year right now, and that can always change in the future. But with staking, you need about 6,250 Algorand now, which obviously is still a lot of money. That's over $10,000. It's close to about $15,000, but that is a lot more affordable for most people. Now, what if you can't afford that? That's totally fine, but let's say you want to dollar cost average into it. Let's say you want to buy it over the coming years. Well, I ran this example. Let's say in 2021, price is $2.38. You can put $3,000 into it, which I realize, again, not everyone can do, but if you want to make $100,000, you need to put some amount of money in it. So $3,000 into it, you would buy about 1,260 Algos. You could stake and get about 70 throughout the year, which would bring up your total. The next year, it moved up. We're just going to assume that there's no bear market, no bull market. It's the same linear progression all the way up. Of course, you can take advantage if you can buy the dip, but that's really hard to run in simulations here. So $2.80, $2.79. Then you buy $3,000 worth, you get 1,000 Algo. Now your staking is actually 132 because you had last year's and this new year's. You are at 2,536. You keep on going, adding $3,000 a year up until when Algo is about $10 in price. There you have about 10,000 Algos. So you're making about $515 a year in staking, which is awesome because that is about $5,000. So that is an awesome amount of money. You would have about $100,000 worth of Algo there. So of course, we have to take some assumptions into play here. We could say, hey, Algorand is going to move up exponentially and get up to Solana's market cap because it has a great amount of potential. It has about 1,000 transactions a second it can run right now, which is much higher than Ethereum. We could see it move up to Solana's market cap. So do I think it's a buy right now? Honestly, if you're looking over the next couple months, I think it is. Now, anything can happen short term. We could see a drop in the market and we could see a drop in Algorand because it has been up from about $1.08. It's over 100% up in 2 days. So we definitely could see a drop. However, if we're looking years out, if we're looking even months out, assuming that the bull market continues, I think Algorand will have a lot of room to run because Solana went from $20 just a few months ago up to $200. It did a 10x. It went from 6 billion market cap to 60 billion. Algorand is another great project. So in my opinion, if you're looking long-term, this is a good project to buy into. Of course, do your own research. I'm not a financial advisor. Again, if you want to check out the link down below to Voyager, you can check out that link and you can get interest on a bunch of different crypto assets and get a bonus. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.